Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Rob.
Oké, jij praat in het Engels, ik praat in het Nederlands.
Didn't say anything yet.
Okay. But yeah, that's the first time we're going to switch to English.
We're going to switch to English, yes.
Oh.
It's needed today.
It's needed today because we got...
Special guest from our Nordic
colleagues,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so it's a special episode today for all our listeners because we are just called in the preparation of this podcast show. We were called the two amigos. It was funny to hear. But we got two guests on the show today. One is, of course, our own colleague. It's Mignon Koenen. Hello, Mignon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good day to everyone.
And we got a guest from the Nordics. It's Allan. Good morning, Allan.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Explain me first of all, you guys. I think the listeners of the podcast show, they know Sharon, they know me, but they don't know you. Can you give a quick introduction of you? Let's start. Let's always start with the lady, right?
Always let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Mignon.
Obviously, yeah.
Cool.
No, my name is Mignon. I'm a colleague of both Rob and Sharon. I'm a business consultant at GSC for many, many years now. And I'm mostly concerned with professional services companies we provide our solutions to. So I have a financial background and I'm happy to be at GSC.
All right, cool. Thank you. Allan, who are you?
Yes. Who am I? Well, first and foremost, I'm not in the Netherlands. I'm in Denmark. And I am in your sister company called Delegate, where I'm the responsible for our Power Platform service line or business unit. And I've been doing that for, I don't know, last year and a half or so. So and that's where I ran into Mignon and Sharon. But that's also what we're going to discuss, I assume.
Okay.
Sounds also a good fit with our No-Code podcast, right?
All right. That's, cool. And you because we are now in a setting, we got Mignon, we got Allan, we got Sharon, but what
do you do here, Rob?
Yeah, right.
No.
Should I just go?
No.
No. You ran into each other because we all know Delegate and GSC, we all part of the digital neighborhood as like sister labels, sister companies. But you guys, you three, you did a hackathon.
Correct.
Who can tell me a little bit about how did it how was it organized? Where was the need coming from? How did it?
It was how shall I mention it? So sort of it was an idea of our own CEO. I think they were meeting up with the people from Delegate here in the Netherlands, and we had an accountancy event, Mignon, in June it was.
Yeah, in June.
And we want to have some inspiring AI solution to present to our potential customers.
Okay, so it was like the hackathon that was bringing together the AI component and our product, our solution, the PSA 365 for the accountancy branch. Let's say that was also the purpose of the hackathon.
Yeah, and mainly to get to know each other better and make use of each other's expertises.
Okay.
Right, guys? Or do you?
Yeah, completely right.
Okay, cool. And Allan, your experience with AI, why did they invite you?
Oh, that is a good question, Rob.
Yeah,
that's the $1 million question. I don't know. I just got the invitation. No, we've been working quite a lot with the AI builder and how to use it in business scenarios, and I think that we've been doing some webinars and some conferences and stuff like that. And then I think the rumor kind of moved to the Netherlands. And you got whiff of, we've been doing stuff like that together with our another sister company, another label.
Don't
called
forget
Projecto.
them. No, yeah.
Exactly. They're also super cool and really, really good at it. They're also a company that has a product, Power PPM. And combined, we actually have quite a lot of experience in the AI Builder. And we wanted to bring that together with your product, the PSA product, to see if we can do some magic on AI and get some AI infused into the product. And I think we succeeded pretty well, didn't we?
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Hey, and this hackathon, it was on an location. Sharon and Mignon, you guys, you got on the airplane and went to Denmark, right?
Yeah, maybe Mignon.
Yeah, we went to Copenhagen. Yeah.
To Copenhagen, yeah.
Okay.
And we did some preparations remotely, yeah. So we did an ideation session where Allan led the session. And after that, Mignon and I flew to Copenhagen.
Okay. Can you tell a little bit?
I think that ideation session was really good because at first we didn't have one idea what to do in the hackathon.
Yeah.
And I think that the Teams meetings we had before, they were really good because we need to have an idea before we went to Copenhagen. Otherwise, you would lose time.
Yeah.
And the hackathon wasn't that efficient. So to get the ideas, Allan had a great workshop. And as a result of that workshop, we had one good use case.
Okay.
And the hackathon is also quite limited of time because you only have 2 days to get sort of a result, and that's not much.
So it's really important then to have for this kind of hackathon is that you really have the brilliant idea that you're gonna focus on, right? Or is it that's really But that was part of a workshop, or was there were there more people in the workshop? Or was it only you three, or who participated in this, let's say, creative workshop to get the brilliant idea for the hackathon?
I think we were. It was the three of us, and then a guy called Peter from Projecto.
Yeah.
And it was the four of us that sat down in these, let's say, preparation meetings to kind of focus in on what are we supposed to do on these 2 days. Because as Mignon says, we only have 2 days for hacking. So we need to be pretty well prepared on what it is that we want to do from a scope perspective so that we have like a clear output. That's the purpose of a hackathon, that we have something tangible that we can showcase, or that's at least always our goal, to have something tangible that you can show. And that was the whole intention of doing the preparation call, or more than one, but we had a long session of, I think it was 3 hours, where we kind of took all of Sharon's and Mignon's ideas and kind of funneled them through some exercises that we went through. And then we came out in the end with the winner. And the winner was this AI dashboard.
Okay.
For an account, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so it was an AI account dashboard, right? That okay, and before we go to the process of how you got there, but can you? I think that's a question for Mignon. It's also, can you explain what was the outcome of the hackathon? What was really, and that's we cannot show any screens, of course, in the podcast show. No, that's new. But can you describe Mignon what? Because you created something for the end users at the end. Okay, what is it that the hackathon can give to the end users, like based on the AI functionality?
This is what we thought of before, because the use case we have was to make an account dashboard with. We made a mock-up before we went to Denmark. And what we would like to have is one dashboard, one screen per customer, per account, which gives you insight in potential risks you see of AI sees for that customer. And not only risk, but also get some actions out of it. So we define 4 risk analysis, so to speak, or One was not a risk analysis, but an upsell opportunity. So we had 3 risks based on all the data you have within the solution.
Okay, and
So it all goes on
and what kind of data?
projects.
What kind of data is that then? What's the data?
It's data on it's customer data in the solution. It's project data. It's outstanding balances. It's NPS scores. It's
It's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of data you have within the solution.
And all of this data is in the PSA 365
Yeah, it's all
application. Okay,
Maybe,
Yeah.
cool.
maybe also
we
worth
only
mentioning
use data within the solution.
Okay.
So what do you
but
say,
maybe
Allan?
worth mentioning is also that you brought in external use data,
Yeah, we
right?
brought in external use. Yeah.
That was also part of it.
We tweaked it a little bit, but most of the data was there. So the customer who is doing his things normally, he already has those data.
Yeah.
And we only made it more insightful. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, you created
That's the main
then
thing.
based on the data which is already in the system. You created a dashboard where they can see in one overview, like the risks and the chances and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Mignon explained the customer level, but we also had a level above, so where you can see in your customer list with colors, are there any risks or are there any upsell opportunities or is there any new sentiment, good or not good? So you can then drill through to the customer and see what the details are, and then the AI explains what he has found.
Yeah, based on natural language.
What we, of course. Yeah, of course. That's the thing. Yeah.
But you combined then the data and combined with the natural language. What was the language model that you used then?
Different ones, Allan, right? We used, and in the end we used OpenAI and GPT, but we used different models from GPT. The 3.5 and the 4.
Yeah.
So
of course, those two, we switched a little bit in between the 3.5 and 4.0, and as Sean says. But it was built based on the AI builder prompts or AI prompts.
No code.
In Power Platform.
No code involved.
No code.
That's
also it's the biggest important question in the podcast show. Was there any code used? And the answer is no.
No.
Cool.
No.
All right. Because at the end there was a super cool AI account dashboard. But if you look back at the hackathon, what were the key challenges and of the most important challenges that you faced during the process, the preparation, and also the execution of the hackathon? What were the main challenges that you faced as a team?
Let's do a little round. I have some things, but I don't want to start.
Let's start with Allan.
So is it the top 3 or what?
It's top 3. No.
I think from a preparation point of view was actually figuring out what it is that we wanted to do for the hackathon. What would be possible to do in 2 days, but that would also bring value to the end customer. So this combination of ensuring end user value and also remembering the time available for the hack. So we have something this. That was one challenge, to keep the scope narrow, or at least have options to extend the scope but keep the primary scope small. And then I think we, like during the days, we ran into AI prompting and this tinkering with the AI prompts. You always run into funny stuff or funny things along the way, and it just takes a lot of tweaking. So like this way of getting something done quick, kind of get a prompt working, you could say, with some output, and then tweaking it into what it is that you actually want to have over time. And I think all of us was maybe a little bit surprised that some of the things or the output that we wanted was a little bit more challenging than we first assumed. That we had to break up the prompt in different sequences and try different temperatures and different models and to get the right output. So I think I will stick to two challenges. So one for the preparation and one for during the hackathon.
Okay. A question, because you were like, the hackathon was 2 days, right?
Yes.
Is that enough for this kind of hackathon, or did you needed more time, or maybe less time, or if you had to do it again, if you have to organize a next hackathon, would you do it also again in 2 days' time, or did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear a yes.
I think so. With the right preparation, you can do it. Because on the first day we had the concept, and the second day was for fine tuning.
Okay.
So I think you need those 2 days, and not longer is not necessary. 2 days is enough.
Well,
Okay.
But there will also be a little bit of after work, right? That like you have
Yeah,
the
a little
basics
bit.
cut
Yeah, but-
out afterwards, and then you have a little bit of after work, but it's not too much.
But that's
No.
also what's the end result you want, because if you take more time, you have more time to make decisions. And now we really, okay, this is what we're going to do. So just, I know the first day you draw the thing on the wall. You had a nice glass wall, and you draw from these are the things we're going to do this morning. Mignon is going to do this, John is going to do this, Peter's going to do this. And when you have the right people in the room, and I think we had an amazing team to do this also, you can really make some impressive improvements in a short period of time. And then you have a really a working thing. And then, of course, that's also my main thing. It's iterating on the prompts. And when you use another customer, and we use some examples, and then we come up with a customer with that other specific data, and it is another result which is not really what we wanted, or it was getting a bit too creative on some parts, and we wanted to switch it down a bit. And that is the thing where you can go on like hours or days if you would like. But in the end, you just need to say, we have 2 days. This is the end result. And a hackathon is also to, I think, prove the case. Can we solve the case with AI and not all the not happy flows in it?
No, it's not a complete solution. It's like
Exactly.
proving that the concept works.
Yeah.
You say,
But I also think that you touch upon an important thing, Sharon, that you need to have the right skill sets in the room, right? If you're doing a hackathon, you have to prepare, or at least make sure that what are the technologies we're going to use for this hackathon, so that you don't go off bounds or off skill set of the people that's going to attend. So having kind of the business knowledge of what it is that the customers want, you need some technical knowledge of how things are connected in the Power Platform, and then you need the knowledge of how AI built or how AI prompts actually work. And you need those things. If you don't
and then
have
the knowledge of the data model, where do you get the data from?
That's a huge thing as well. Understanding the foundation.
You triggered.
And I think we also had a challenge with the language, because at first we started in English, all the AI prompts in English, but we wanted Dutch results. And then we had to translate those into Dutch to get nice Dutch results.
The solution wasn't to say in the end of the prompt, just give the output in Dutch. That wasn't the solution.
No.
That was what we hoped for.
Yeah, that's what we hoped for, but that's something we learned.
Yeah. And you triggered me. You said, okay, the team and the right skill set, but with you did the preparation you did with like 3 or 4 people.
Same.
But
Same
also
people.
Okay, there was the same people. So the team wasn't the hackathon itself. It was only also you guys. It was not a complete that you
four guys.
Okay, cool.
I think 4 people is actually
and a woman, of course.
a good size, a good size for the team. Of course, you can do multiple. You can do many more people, but then what we usually do is that if we do hackathons, well, then we often have some ideas of directions or technologies that we would want to use. Then we set up multiple teams where, for example, we focused on the AI builder solving this problem. Then we would have another team solving the same problem but using different technologies. And then we would maybe bring in a third day to do the comparison. So day 1 and 2 is for hacking and fine-tuning. Then day 3 would be this presentation discussing pros and cons, and then figuring out what direction would we want to go as a business with the 2 options that we have. That's also what we use, at least here in Delegate, these hackathons on AI to kind of showcase or get a good foundation for decisions.
So that sounds like the different teams, like some kind of, let's say, competition or something like that. Is that also?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. That's also, we've been doing that before, where it turns into, it's not a competition, but it is a competition.
Yeah, but
like who does the best,
different teams get different insights, of course, and use different angles to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And what also was quite interesting is the AI prompt functionality we mainly used in this case is quite new. I think it's released in the this year, or maybe in the end of the last year. And we also, before we flew to Copenhagen, we didn't have some specific functions we had when the hackathon started. So we had some really brand new features we directly could test during the hackathon. So that was also quite fun to do. And then you can also see how quickly these tools are evolving, or really revolutionizing the digital transformation nowadays.
Yeah, cool. I got one, it triggered me. I got written out one word, triggered the temperature. That's also
you was in Italy last week, right? So how was the temperature?
That was very very good. That was very good. But what's that? The temperature. Can anyone explain me what?
It's 0 or 1, or something in between.
Yeah,
0 or 1 and something in between.
0 or 1.
You want more? Or?
Yeah, I want more. I don't understand this.
Maybe.
How creative one do you want it to be?
Yeah,
I think for the most accountants, Mignon, correct me if I'm wrong, want the temperature of 0.
Yeah, I think so. Predictable.
Predictable. Yeah.
Predictable.
Yeah,
that's, I think, the best word.
Yeah.
Okay, but and how did you use that in the hackathon, in the results? How is that used?
Maybe can you give that example, Mignon, of that cross-sell opportunity, for instance, we used, or?
Yeah. What we did is we asked AI based on the projects you already do for the customer and the customer size and the branch where the customer's in, things like that. We asked AI if he would see other opportunities, upsell opportunities, projects you don't already do for that customer. And if you put a temperature on 1 and make it really, let it be creative, then it will come with an outcome that, no, this opportunity is not an opportunity, but in this case, it could be an opportunity. So then AI becomes really creative and at first says, no, it's not an opportunity, but yes, I can see it as an opportunity.
It's a bit near its own rules, I think, in the end.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's for some scenarios, it gives you really valuable insights. But for instance, when you look at the risks, you want to be predictable. You don't want to be creative and let the AI just think it's a risk. It needs to be a risk.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do a comparison saying, well, when you're doing risk, you want a temperature of 0, so it has to be predictable. But let's say if you want to reply to a customer email or make a draft for an email, well, then you might want to increase the temperature for at least some creativity in the large language model within the boundaries that you set in your prompt.
Yeah.
That's where the temperature really plays its part.
And that is also something we were just testing, because we put the temperature to different settings and see what the output did. And that is mainly fine-tuning the end result.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But also the different models, right? The 4.0 is a bit more, it's better at being creative than the 3.5 model. So there's also differences in the models when it comes to temperature. What is the result that you get?
Okay.
And the 4 is a bit slower than the 3.5. So for some scenarios, you only want to want.
Exactly.
And that's something I think you need to get experience with. So that's also within Hackathon, you can try the outcome and see what it does. Okay. And there's also some experience we got through those days.
So there's a lot of tweaking and things to actually have a prompt with temperatures and outputs and stuff like that. But
okay, cool.
That's where you can use days and days, as Sharon mentioned.
Days and days,
yeah.
Hey, and you guys created a solution for accountants. And then when the AI comes to mind, people are asking about privacy and security and that kind of stuff.
I need to go.
You need to go. How did you guys work with that? How was that part of the hackathon? Making sure that the data is secure and the privacy component?
Well,
Do you want to cover it, Sharon, or should I?
I give a kickstart then maybe you can finish it off, because I think
Okay,
we
let's see.
used the standard model which was in the AI builder system, and Microsoft gives us some promises, of course, when we use the standard components. Also, when we use the Copilot, for instance, that our data is our data. It is not used to train any other AI models, and it is protected.
It stays in your tenant,
Correct.
right?
And you can tell, for instance, to the prompt, hey, go to the internet and look up the news, because that was something we need to find a different solution for, to get the external data in, for instance. So, of course, you need to look in what you want to have as an end result. But when you use those standard components, a lot of things are already covered. And maybe you can have some additional things, Allan, to what you see in the field. But
I completely agree. It's Microsoft certified. You could say that data stays within your tenant and within your boundaries, and it's not shared back with the models, but that we piggyback on the big open AI language models. But they are curated, you could say, by Microsoft into the Power Platform and the AI prompts. So it's we're trusting in Microsoft for the security, as we are on so many other levels using their services.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I think that's really important for people to understand.
Yeah, that's true.
Still
Agreed.
some concerns, I think, by most people. We had a webinar last week, and we asked this question during the webinar, and then you saw some people who think, is it really safe when I use AI or when I use ChatGPT or something like that?
Yeah, but I think the most important thing is okay, when you use this solution, the data it doesn't come out of your tenant. It doesn't.
No.
It's not used to train the language models like ChatGPT or whatever. So if you use the Copilot and the Azure AI components, your data stays in your system.
Yeah,
I think that's the maybe the most important security conclusion that there is.
Yeah.
Mignon, I question for you. You created and you are working in the with accountants like your whole life, I guess, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
You created now the AI account dashboard. What's the value, the real value for the customers, for the end users of this technology innovation?
I think that what we've created gives value because when in one overview you have insights in what's going on with your customer, and that's something if you would get that information without the dashboard and need to go through all the data, it would take you a day to get this information. So I think that's the real value. That in one click you have all the information available, and I think this has given us insights in what AI can do with data, and I think that I hope that when our customers and everybody sees the solution, they will get other ideas of what AI can do with your data. I think that's for me. A couple of months ago, I had no idea what we could do with this data and with AI. And this hackathon learned that you can do a lot if you ask the right questions and have the right data. And I think that's a real positive thing, positive outcome out of this hackathon.
Yeah.
So
cool.
It gives you a lot of insight without having to go through the data by yourself.
Saves time, saves
and
a lot of
gives
time.
concrete actions. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
and if customers does something when they want to do something with AI or want to solve innovate processes or anything, we can help them. But of course, we can also collaborate with our sister labels like Projectum, like Delegate, to probably solve any scenario with the expertise we have in the digital neighborhood. So that's
cool.
also very good, I think, for our customers to know.
Cool. It sounds like you guys were happy with the results and the process. The question is there coming a next edition 2 of the hackathon? Is it planned? Is it in your heads? Is it?
Maybe you have a nice case in your industry where you focus on
education. Yeah,
for
cool.
instance.
We got now the phone number of Allan. So
Allan is always enthusiastic, so that's no problem.
Cool.
You're welcome to call any day, Rob.
Yeah.
Also from Italy.
Cool. Yeah, but I'm
can do the next there maybe.
Oh yeah, cool. I visited some great lakes last week, so yeah, we can do it over there. The last question that I have, because this is a podcast and you don't have any visuals within the podcast, where if customers want to see it, Mignon, of read something more about it, or see screenshots of whatever, where can they find more information about the AI account dashboard?
They can ask us. That's the first thing. Now, Sharon and I made a video on what we did and what are the results of the hackathon.
Mm-hmm.
So that video is available on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Also shared within LinkedIn. So that's available. And there will be a blog. I think it will be published today, hopefully. Also on the hackathon and the outcomes.
It's available before the release of this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
So there are a couple of ways to get more information. There's like the blog. It's of course the YouTube GAC on air. But I think the most important is just invite you, I guess, Mignon, to invite you and to come and just show and demonstrate the solution that you guys put together.
Yeah.
Okay,
happy
cool.
to do that.
Cool. All right, we are just above the 30 minutes. I'd say we did a cool.
We had a special guest. So
we had a special guest, so that's okay. Is there any question that I forgot to ask you guys that you said, all right, I was hoping for that question so I can share that information? Is there something that we didn't ask before we hit the record button off?
What was the best attraction that you saw in Denmark? I want to know.
The best attraction.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interested. Tell me.
Tell us. What was it?
What was it?
We mainly saw screens, but
yeah. What did you say? Sorry?
I say we mainly saw screens we were working on.
We mainly saw screens. We had a nice dinner in the evening on Thursday evening, so that was good. We went to see Nyhavn, if I pronounced it correctly.
What's that?
And so that was really good. Morten was nice to show us around a little bit through Copenhagen, so that was good. Cool. We had 2 terrific days, so they did really well on feeling us at home at your office and in Copenhagen, so that was really good.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Allan, thank you very much for your time and your availability today.
Thanks for inviting me.
And hopefully we can do this another time.
Yeah, just let's aim for the next hackathon. And cool. Well, thank you, Allan. Thank you, Mignon, for sharing your insights and sharing all the information about the hackathon. Thank you, Sharon, for our our first podcast show in English.
Thank you, amigo.
Thank you, amigo. I'm just getting all kind of ideas with the new visuals, like big head. No, that's not it. Next language, French, Italian, Spanish, or just keep it to Dutch and English.
I heard some Danish. It's also
Danish.
Also quite hard for me, I think.
Okay, let's stick to Dutch and to English. All right, Sharon, Mignon, Allan, thank you for participating in this podcast show, and we'll see you or hear you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.